Good morning. Welcome back to the Kop TV. Oh, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching it right now. It is a miserable, dark Monday morning in London, but it's not that miserable because I've got my mate with me. What's happening, Joe?
Nice one, Doyle.
Yeah.
Love it. I mean, look, it's a bit miserable, but, you know, we're bound to lose
outside,
a game sometime soon, aren't we?
Yeah, and that happened. Anyway, how are you today, lad?
Fine. All good. All positive. You know, despite the fact that we've got a Spurs fan
Honestly.
doing all this. You
We
know
come
what I mean?
into this studio and just get stick every time, don't we?
Just begging for us to lose, aren't they?
Proper desperate for Desperate. You want it, do you? You're desperate for you. Anyway, Gilly's not here. As you can tell, that's why you got the two Scousers in the studio instead.
Strong one.
He's on his hollybobs, isn't he, in Thailand?
I know, he's enjoying it well. Hopefully enjoying himself, yeah.
I mean, every time he goes on holiday, he comes back with a mad injury, lad. We told you in the pub, didn't we?
Yeah.
Come back with broken ribs once, a perforated eardrum, all these kinds of mad things. So hopefully you come back injury-free.
Yeah,
but
he got there in one piece as well. He
was
a bit nervous about that as well because of his, you know, bit of an ear thing going on, but he's there.
He's going, boys, I don't know where I can go. You know, I was in the swimming pool the other day and my ear was playing up and I'm scared I can't get in the place, but he's fine.
He's trying to have time off. I've seen some content already, but he's trying to have some time off, so chill. If you're watching this, mate, go and enjoy your holiday,
Doesn't know it, lad. He'll message me and go, do you like a blah, 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 and then I have to send him comprehensive notes, which he doesn't even do himself, by the way.
Yeah,
just to be like, everything's okay, lad. Everything's gonna be fine.
It's his baby, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. But don't worry, Gilly. It's gonna be a good show. We're not starting off on a good point though. We're talking about injuries. Mr. Joe Gomez, mate.
Ain't nobody. Ain't Joe Gomez.
Ain't nobody.
Yeah.
Lad.
Sad, didn't it? It was sad. Even the Argyle fans seems to tap into the whole. Oh, that's a bit sad because it was like 8 minutes in, wasn't it? But Joe Gomez, it's a bit of a miss in the utility sort of coming into the business end of the season, those quadruples we were talking about are no more.
We'll have to settle for the treble, won't we, Joe, mate?
Yeah,
hey?
But what do you reckon it's going to affect the squad then, being no Joe Gomez?
This is exactly what I was thinking, mate. So we've got a massive run of games coming up now. We've got 14, 15 games left in the Prem, 16.
A lot of games,
mate. Third of the season left, right? And we're going to need centre-back coverage for people like Kanate. I do believe Kanate will probably pick up another knock at some point.
It's just Matt's in it, yeah. He will.
To be honest with you, when Gomez has played this season, he's been all right. And last season, he's put in solid performances. He has.
Yeah, despite the fact he hasn't got all that game time that he might deserve. I don't know, quality differences with the other centre-backs. But when he's been called upon, he's been okay. As in the drop-off is not massive, is it? I mean, you don't feel like it's a Keriakis filling in or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's like Joe Gomez, isn't it?
He's
respected.
I think it's what you said. He's a utility player, and he's been slotting in left back, right back, wherever we brought. Sometimes centre defensive mid, lad. Sometimes wherever we've needed him over the last 2 seasons, he's just done it. And I think the worry for me is, I like Quansah, I do, lad. Yeah. But I feel this season his confidence has been massively dropped. And you can see it in his performances. When we watched him against PSV, he got sent, lad. Seeing little shaky passes from him. It's been nice to see him get his confidence back, but it doesn't instill me with a confidence in myself around him starting games. I know he's got Virgil with him, but I'd much prefer to have like Joey Gomez there, who we know is super reliable at the moment, lad. But it's a shame for him, mate.
Yeah, but I think Quansah, I think he's coming of age now as well. Yeah. But I really like Quansah. I think he's going to be
ball playing.
He's going to be our Virgil. Do you know what I mean? He's got that stance and presence, and like the way he runs and that, and like he's had a few little shakes, but like I just think that's just teething problems into, you know, being cemented, because also Kanate's been having now and again a worldie. Do you know what I mean? Like unbeatable Ibu, like every 5 minutes it's Ibu on the ground. So I think I've got confidence in Quansah, but also now that Joe's not there, you know, Quansah might be able to step up and be like, okay, I'm comfortable now, because I'm always going to be after Kanate. I'm on. Do you know what I mean? Even if Kanate's not 100% for a game that we think is not important, although every game is very important now.
It is, yeah.
So I think it's a big miss. I'm Joe Gomez, no Joe Gomez in it, but Endo as well. Don't forget.
Yeah, we do have Endo in the centre back role.
He won a few
just made me feel better about that straight away. Yeah. Endo just makes you feel better about everything, doesn't he?
And he's just a cheery guy. He's just like, I'll do my best. Yeah, I'll run around. Don't worry about it.
Thank you for that. I think as well, when we're talking about Quansah as well, he's like you said, he knows his role, and it is sly in a way, because we've got two of the best centre backs in the world, and I compare them to them two. I can't compare Quansah to Virgil van Dijk, but I do.
No, but
because he plays next to him.
Yeah, but we are a team that could win a lot of things, and if you're going to win a lot of things, you need a lot of quality everywhere. So it's fair. I think it's fair, because if you play for Liverpool, mate, you've got to be good enough to play for Liverpool. And
I
if not,
absolutely
then
agree. I absolutely agree with it. It doesn't matter how old you are, lad. If you play for that put that red shirt on, you just got to be ready.
And there's an expectation there, yeah.
I mean, look at Michael Owen, mate. He won the Ballon d'Or at what age? Like 21, 20 or something stupid.
He was my childhood hero, by the way, Owen. I still, despite all the hate he gets, he's amazing, mate. You know what I mean? When something's like, when it's ingrained in you at a young age, you'll probably have a player in your mind.
Robbie Fowler.
Yeah, that's weird as well, isn't it? Because like he's not loads of people's one, although we know the quality of him.
I love him.
He's not I know, as well, yeah. I know
anyway,
Owen's a little Chester boy, isn't he?
Let's get into this
but I love him.
poor game of football that we played. Now I've made 2 topics, yeah. One of them is poor first half, and the second one is poor second half. Yeah,
it's true.
Because there was no excuse for that, was there, Joe? Let's start from the start, right? Let's go from the very first shot of the game. When was that? Around about in the game, mate?
For us?
Yeah.
35 minutes or something like that.
Ridiculous. Yeah. So what I noticed, they actually set up to frustrate Liverpool, which is what you've got to do when you're playing against a team that's got better quality. They would lump the ball into areas where they knew they'd win battles against Liverpool. So we talked about Joe Gomez coming off earlier. There's a young lad, and I feel terrible because I forgot his name. Young lad came on.
Oh, the right
slotted him right back.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name. I'm gonna try.
It's not that I can't. I've honestly just forgot. I'm so sorry. But he came on, and you could see just the poor lads was thrown in the deep end almost with the not necessarily playing against the best quality in the world, but his first senior appearance in a discombobulated back line.
Exactly.
It wasn't really. It didn't work.
Sliding
did it?
On it.
Yeah, it was.
As we say in Liverpool, slider.
It was sliding on, mate.
But I don't think he massively fish out of water.
No.
It was just like he's nervous, he's young, his first senior start for Liverpool, not start, but 8 minutes in, whatever you call it. And that disjointed squad.
Who did we end up having in the back line? We ended up having Simicas, Endo,
and Quansah and
the young lads.
Yeah, the young lads.
So that's a makeshift back line, to be quite honest with you. But it's still a back line that I expect to be able to stop a bottom of the league team in the championship, mate. It's still a back line that I expect not to. But
they've been on the up as well, innit? A few little bits of momentum, especially
not
after smashing us. But I think that Slot nearly said it's their cup final. He didn't say those words beforehand, but he said, "Look, this is." And we get that, but also we've had that for years and years, and haven't really slipped up that much against these smaller teams or whatever. But they were really good. They had a clear game plan. They really stuck to it. They were celebrating every tackle, every throw in. The crowd were loving it. I was like, Leah almost said to me like, "Wow, are you cheering for the other team?" And I was like, "I'm not. I'm just like, this is like the magic of the FA Cup thing, the cringy." She's like, "Oh, I hate it when you say that," but I'm like, "But it is though. You can feel it in the air." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the youngsters for us just were a bit off it. Like young McConnell in the midfield as well. Also, the pitch didn't help. Excuse.
No. But you're right. Like,
the pitch was very poppy. As well, but obviously that's what you're going to get in it. If you play, both teams are playing on it. Obviously they play on it every week, but like in the Premier League, obviously it's a bit different, and we just struggled to trouble them, just to make them look uncomfortable. We just struggled really,
and it was just mad to say, right? Because we had Lucho and Jota on that pitch, lad.
Who I expect players,
to twist them upside down, lad, and spin them everywhere. And to be honest with you, that was one of the most. That was a poor performance from Lucho. I know Jota wasn't there either, but none of them had a shot, bro. The whole game, we're gonna continue with the game.
Yeah.
But just know that Kelleher had the same amount of shots as Jota and Diaz, and Nunes. That it's like ridiculous.
Actually, yeah.
That is
in the 99th minute
standards, mate. And everyone's been crying out for Jota to start as well. Like, honestly, it was a bit frustrating to watch, lad.
Yeah, and with Chiesa as well, I've got to touch on Chiesa.
And Chiesa as well. You are not getting away with that, actually. So thank you. You are not getting away with that.
I was going to be nice about it.
Nah,
no,
bro.
I think, to be fair, Diaz hasn't started loads of games because Gakpo's just had the nod. Everyone's been crying out for Jota, and then Chiesa. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, it'd be nice to see Chiesa get good 90 minutes again."
That's a solid start.
But the Lucho especially relies on quick midfielders, quick play through the lines, transitioning the ball, switches and all that stuff, and we just couldn't do it because the lads in midfield, 1, 2, 3 touches, then we play it, then they're all in shape. It was just very frustrating. And then we actually did try those quick balls. We just donkeyed off someone's ankle and just went straight to the centre back or went to the keeper or one of the centre backs just slid in, cleared it in Rose Ed, and then celebrated like every time.
It was
like,
horrible, wasn't it?
Because you wanted to play quicker, but we literally couldn't pass the ball to the man in front of us, like 15 yards. Yeah,
you couldn't get Diaz in situations when he needs to be isolated with that defender, so we can beat him. That's what he's at his best. Yeah. When he's got isolated with the defender and he can do the one-on-one, get past and whip a ball into the box or cut in and have a shot himself. And we just couldn't do that. Our midfield was McConnell at the back, Harvey Elliott, and who's the other lad in midfield for us?
Who started?
Brain's gone dead, but they weren't good enough.
That's how good they were, mate.
Yeah, they weren't good enough. Paul McConnell got shifted back to right back in the second half. So we had the first half. It was awful. We went in 0-0. Yeah, come out and we're like, okay, Liverpool are better in the second half.
We know we've got quality, but we didn't show any of it.
Yeah,
and then
also actually, let me just add, in the first half, one of their defenders got his tooth knocked out, lad. Did you see that?
I know. I was like,
Foley got his tooth knocked out.
Was it like that before the game? Surely not. Well, the other player, by the way, it wasn't one of us, was it? It was his own man.
No, yeah.
With his elbow.
But, that's how much they were throwing the bodies on the line. They were just getting elbows and losing teeth and everything. Anyway, going to the second half.
That's the first half.
Yeah.
Not great. Also, optimistic, always. On slots, second half, we always come out quite well, although it might not be. It might be, the tactical points or whatever we do, but we do always start the second half a bit better. Yeah. But they were just like rampant ready for it, weren't they? Coming out, it was just up. An
absolute display of how you stop a big team getting any type of rhythm whatsoever. And it's already difficult for a Liverpool team that's quite disjointed in the players that have played together to find that rhythm. You should expect it from top quality players, but they didn't have it. And so Plymouth played on that lack of rhythm and just made everything difficult. As you said, we were trying to do the quick passes and there'd always be a leg there, lad. There'd always be some kind of body just in the way of everything. So you got to give it to them. Like, they were fantastic. But then, what was it, the 50th something minute? And then, he gets the ball over to the box, comes out. And all he's doing, to be honest with you, mate, he's not even going for a shot, in my opinion. He's just trying to hook it back into the box.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's not going for an overhead. He's not levering it into the floor. He's hitting it into the air. So as he's doing that, we all seen what Elliot's doing. He's trying to do that point guard thing on basketball. I don't know what you're doing here, lad. I honestly don't. I like him.
Yeah,
but that was poor.
Your arm shouldn't be up there, isn't it? Yeah, your arm.
You're a goalie, lad. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. If you're a goalie, put them up there. If not, leave them down there. But just a bit silly that.
It was terrible.
But I think. And they didn't trouble Kelleher too much. I mean, in the first half, there was a good cross that he cut out. Kelleher come and claimed it, but Elliott, it's just not good enough, is it really? But then there's an opportunity for Kelleher to save a penalty.
And he usually does, to be fair. Honestly,
I was like, oh yeah,
boss act.
That.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, he saves half of them really, and he had that. Well, I think he holds the record actually. He did like 3 in a row, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
for the penalties. But yeah, their number 9 stepped up, didn't he? And yeah,
Liverpool supporter as well, isn't he, the lads?
Is he? Yeah, him. Scottish guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
When there was a Scouse lad on the wing called Wright there.
I might give him then.
Yeah, he was the one. Yeah, he gave a good interview actually, and he was made up to beat Liverpool. That, but
should actually give them a massive boost in the game as well. And you could tell as soon as they got that goal, they were clinging onto it. They wanted to make sure they got through it. And honestly, about 5 minutes after that goal, they had a ball into the box. The lads run onto it, hit it with his left foot, and Kelleher has literally kept us in the game.
With the foot?
Yeah, with the foot, lad, and knocked it onto the post.
Yeah.
Honestly, it could have been a lot worse. That, we did not trouble them at all. They came right at us again. Could have been 2-0. Kelleher kept us in it. But even after that, it was just dross, to be honest with you. We were talking about Chiesa before. Lad, Chiesa gave the ball away 29 times.
Did he, yeah?
29 times he lost possession, mate. He had 1 successful dribble out of about 4 or 5. Yeah. It was really poor performance from him, which is sad because...
No, it wasn't great, was it?
No.
But also, to defend the guy, he doesn't get a chance.
He doesn't.
In the full flow in Liverpool against a big team where there's lots of open spaces and people are attacking us and we're winning the ball back and transitioning fast and that. So, but it probably doesn't suit him as well. But also, Slot's got to play him as well. He's like, you got to get minutes in, but... Does it suit it? He's not, I don't know. Is he a big dribbler guy? I don't know. He
likes to have big touches and run onto it, doesn't he?
Yeah, like open game. And like Lucho as well. Yeah. Lucho likes quick transitions, get me running at him. He hits it over his head and that, but they were too deep to whatever. But Chiesa wasn't good enough. But
no,
also,
he wasn't. None of them were. None of them were good enough. Plymouth deserved to win that football game, and they bloody did. towards the end of the game, we had a bag of chances. I think there was a few where we cut into the box and his name was Katic, the lad that lost his tooth. He got man of the match in the end. He was getting in the way of everything. Him and his partner, lad, boom, 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 in the way of everything.
The keeper, last few moments, he had a few key moments, didn't he, in the end? Like, so we did actually last 10? We had a go last 10, last 5. Then there's 9 minutes on the board as well for extra time, wasn't it? 8 minutes, 9 minutes.
What does that do for you as a keeper, mate? So,
it means
that, right?
Switch
he
on.
That swivel shot where he volleys it and he saves it, right? And now there's 10 minutes, 15 minutes left of this game. As a keeper, does that give you confidence going for the next 15 minutes now?
Big time, because I think a lot of keepers don't have... We can't win games unless it's like that. It's a 1-0, it's a last 5. Especially against Liverpool's quality, and you know that it's just going to be so you're like, okay, I've got nothing to lose here as well, because that's the mentality they all had going in. The Argyle team were like, we've got nothing to lose, lads. You know what I mean? We shouldn't win this game, like so why wouldn't we play like it? And then just big moments, and he come for the crosses. He's a big lad as well.
Big lad, yeah.
I thought their centre back was big, and then he did the interview after the match, and the keeper's up here too.
What was his name? Hazard,
yeah, really good. I think he's Irish guy, And then he made a few decent saves in the end, didn't he? And Nunes free kick,
one that came over the box,
corner.
Went over the box, and then McConnell's flicked it back in like this. Nunes is about to slot, and I'm like, yes, we're going to extra time here, boys. And then he just done this Neuer save over the top of the bar, and I'm like, oh my lord!
Because I thought, after that flick on, he's had to swivel back in position because he's protecting the near post. He's flicked it on, he swiveled back and just got a big top hand on it, lovely. And then Kelleher won a header as well.
So
he
did.
Kelleher was up for. Yeah,
actually could have. He really could have.
No, but I mean, it's a keeper, and get your head on it. It's good enough. And I was like, oh, Kelleher's up. Love it. It was in that purple kit, but wasn't to be.
No, it wasn't. And then the game ended there, and there was massive celebrations from them.
Yeah, they deserve it.
How many messages did you get from people from different teams? Like, was you getting excited by people? Because I was.
I mean, I wasn't until I walked in here this morning.
Yeah.
But like, as I said, I mean, we were playing a weakened, disjointed team. So. I'm not fully disappointed, although like he didn't go full kids, although in that middle, Nyonyi in the middle, wasn't it?
I agree with you, lad. It was that middle of the park, the heartbeat wasn't there, and because the heartbeat wasn't there, the rest of the body wasn't functioning.
Yeah,
I totally get it. It was all discombobulated.
But also we need, like, obviously if centre-back options or whatever, Endo would have been in there more and be able to, like, you know, actually get us going a bit more and dictate the tempo. But I think big games coming up.
Yeah,
so
huge.
We can.
Which actually takes me on to my next topic perfectly, John. We're knocked out, so no more FA Cup means that we've got less games. So actually, could this be a bit of a silver lining that we've been knocked out? Now, don't get me wrong, I never want to get knocked out of any cup ever. If you want to go and play in a cup, you're going in to win it, right?
Yeah.
However, we are fighting on 3 fronts right now. We're in a cup final. We just topped the Champions League. We're going to have some tough games coming up there. And we're top of the Premier League with 5 games to play in the next 15 games, yeah? That's a lot.
Big schedule.
So, going into this now, Arsenal fans will be looking at this going, ha, 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 with Liverpool, yeah? And I get it, yeah?
But,
get your licks in, lads, yeah? We lost to Plymouth, blah, 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 good on you, yeah? But we've got less games to play. And that's where you should be worried, because now we've got the same amounts as Arsenal. It means that we're going to have more fitness going into it, right? So, what do you think about it?
No, I think it's, you know, if you want to get out of one of those competitions, it's that one, innit? And I think everyone would, their first reaction would be, whatever, yeah. Plymouth, lost to them, how do you feel, blah, blah, blah. And then the second reaction is, well, they've got a lot more concentration, a lot less games to play. Well, not a lot less games to play, but a few less.
And
it is a few less, because it's like,
a big difference.
How many more rounds, how many more games would there be if we won? So there'd be like 4 games, wouldn't there?
4, yeah.
So that's a lot. And that's a lot of recovery time, and we can just concentrate now as well. Yeah. I mean, it means, okay, the young lads won't get as much of a go.
Yeah.
Because we're closing up as well. We've got 1 more game to play in the Carabao Cup, which is a final.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And that momentum that gives you as well. When we play that next month, if we get through that game, I think it'll be a cracking game, by the way. Newcastle against Liverpool. And the way we're both playing open, and like the way like Gordon on the wing and Diaz and Gakpo and that, it'll be one on the breaks and that, wouldn't it? It'll be one on the counter attack. Can't wait for that game.
It will be, boss.
But also, we are in a final, and also last week we beat Spurs.
We beat
Spurs in the semi.
Yeah, we got to the final of one cup and got knocked out of the other. You know, it's not too bad, is it? And I said this, right? Liverpool were due a loss, you know. We were due a little loss, lad. And if we're going to lose, I'd rather it be to a team that is not going to affect us in the league. It's not going to affect us in the Champions League. It's a championship team that I've got to really enjoy this. It's historic for them. It's only the 5th time they've ever got to the 5th round. You know, I get it. So this is fine with me. It means that we can focus on the big boys, which is what we've been wanting to do anyway. We've been saying to Gilly every week, oh, I'm not even bothered about this. I'm bothered about every cup. But the most important thing to me is that we win the Premier League. So yeah, I think this is beneficial for Liverpool. Don't like going out, but beneficial
and
for
no
us.
disrespect to the FA Cup. Like, I mean,
it's a boss cup.
Great cup.
Like to win. Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't really play that midfield.
Yeah,
the youngsters in midfield there, and then obviously unfortunate with a few injuries or whatever, but they deserve to win.
Yeah, you can also see why Slot goes with strong teams now, right? Pretty much every game that he's played this season, he's put a strong team out, except for the Accrington Stanley game, and you can sort of see why now.
Yeah, trying to throw it off, and he's just trying to buy us some time in it for the recovery.
So I was worried that, you know, when we lose, you can knock your confidence, right? But this is the one I meant about the right type of loss in the right moment. This is the type of loss where it's not against a Premier League team. We're not dropping points in there. We're not dropping points in the Champions League. This is one that we can sort of afford to lose to kick us up the bum to go again in the Premier League, right? And I don't think this will knock the confidence, especially being that it's not the first team. The first team will be looking at this going, right, now, Everton on Wednesday, we've got to focus on this, which we're doing a preview for afterwards, so we're not going to talk about it too much, but watch the preview.
Yeah.
They're going to be focusing on that game more than anything right now. And the lads have had a rest. Mo Salah, all the boys, they've all been chilled out. Virgil van Dijk hasn't played the football game. Amazing. He always plays. Amazing. He got a rest. And he needed it.
And as did Ali as well.
Yeah.
Mystery, you know. Yeah. We can just touch on Ali.
Yeah.
For now.
He wasn't on the bench, and he wasn't on the bench for Spurs.
Yeah,
but you have a thing about this, right? You have a theory about this.
Well, it's not much of a thing. I mean, I think he's just being managed, isn't he? Like not necessarily injured or whatever, but like he has picked up a lot of, you know, hamstring injuries, and that's been frustrating for him to get that run of games and to see Ali sharp.
Yeah,
but I think he's just being managed, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? Big Everton game. You know what? On Wednesday with Alisson in goal, I think he'll be back in there after a full week's rest.
Just getting rested.
Yeah. There's a big moment in there for Ali, especially against Everton at Goodison as well. Like it's so Ali, I think he's just being managed and rested. He's got you know those big bags they wear on the legs to recovery things.
Yeah, the good ones that they're cold.
I just like to think he's just been in them 24/7, 7 days a week.
That lad just chilling in there.
Yeah, I know.
Right, so very quickly, having said that, now we've got look forward to the Premier League. As I said, we've got 5 games. 15 days, lad. That's honestly, that is a packed schedule, mate. So we're going to need the boys fit and ready for that. So I'm going to tell you Liverpool's next 5 games, which are Everton away. We all know that's coming up on Wednesday. We've got Wolves on the weekend at home. Then we've got Villa away. Then we've got a big one, lads. We've got Man City at the Etihad away.
Love that.
And then another one just before the cup final, lads. Newcastle at home.
Newcastle.
So we'll play them twice in about 3 weeks, lad, 2 weeks. So that's a bit mad. But then I wanted to compare that to Arsenal's ones. Or in fact, you know what we'll do? How many points do you think we're going to get from here? So I'm going to read the games out. Everton.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll say 1.
1 point.
I'll go conservative to start with. We know it's a bit of a bogey game. Yeah, next one.
Wolves at home.
Wolves at home is a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 points.
4 points there. So Villa away.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a win as well. You know what? I agree.
I think it's a game, but like,
we seem to get Villa. We have their number a little bit. Touch wood. Yeah. But we seem to get them. And then Man City away.
Yeah, I think we'll do them.
Yeah, they seem struggling, don't they?
Yeah, but I think we'll treat that with extra specialism, and especially at that point, we should, or we could be even more clear at the top. Could be.
Hopefully.
So I think that's
And then the last one, Newcastle at home.
It's a big game, that, isn't it? I think I could go either way. I'll go 1 point there.
Yeah, I'll say 3 points for that one myself. I do think that.
I mean, I'll back us, but
they struggle at home at Anfield against us. At St James's Park, the same for us, but they really struggle to beat Liverpool at Anfield.
So how many points?
I think we're going to get.
Well, how many points is that in total?
So 4, 3, 7, 10, 11. You said, and I 11. I said 14.
4. You think we'll drop 1?
I said 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. That's good. That's really good.
Lad. We need that.
I know.
I'm just going to compare it dead quick to Arsenal's ones. Arsenal have Leicester away, West Ham at home, Forest away, Man United away, and Chelsea at home. So I'll give you 3 points to Leicester against Leicester.
Yeah,
3
they
points.
should beat them.
West Ham at home.
They should win that as well.
6 points. Forest away.
No, I don't think that. I think Forest will do them.
Same.
Forest are just
I reckon they might lose that game.
Yeah. No, I'm backing Forest for that. I mean, obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, and Arsenal are the only ones trying to chase us down. So yeah, Forest.
Same. And then Man United away. Right, I think lads,
United
a draw.
You don't know what they're going to turn up with, do you? And especially the more and more they get closer to that relegation zone, the more and more they'll fight for it.
They've done it to us at Anfield. They drew 2-2. What is that? Anfield, mate. If they can do that at Anfield, they can do it at Old Trafford against Arsenal.
It's like how we used to play, and we were nowhere near the Premier League, but against United, mate, different team.
Yeah, exactly.
And they knew that as well. It's like the Everton getting the Merseyside derby game. You know what I mean? But so draw for that one. So they're gonna.
And then last one, lose. Chelsea at home.
I don't know.
That's a spicy game.
I think they'll beat them.
So do I. Yeah. But I want a 2-2. But I
think it'll be a good game, but I think they'll have the edge on that one. So
3-6-0-1-7. And then
10 points then.
10 points. So we reckon they're going to pick up 10 and we're going to pick up 11-13.
Yeah.
What do you think? Let us know in the comments.
Which still means we're like potentially 10
pulling
points
away
clear,
from them, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. This is what we need. We just need to keep that edge.
But yeah, looking at that, and that's us being realistic, saying, you know what, they'll win these games or lose them games. They can't lose any of those games.
Immaculate.
Yeah,
they have to be immaculate.
To chase us down. I suppose City as well. I mean, City, we know they've got it in them to just go like, 9 games.
I don't see it this season, though.
So.
I really don't. Like this season, mate, they have been the worst City I've ever seen. Oh, not the worst City I've ever seen. I'm lying. The worst City I've ever seen since they got bought by all that money and they've been cheating and all that stuff.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, Pep Guardiola as well. You know, people. I mean, look, mate, can you do it while you're struggling and you can't spend money anymore? Because we know.
To be honest with you, lad,
allegedly happening.
Yeah, exactly. Allegedly. I to be honest with you, I feel like when we go to the Etihad, lad, they're probably going to just bend over for us, to be quite honest, lad, because they don't want Arsenal when we've seen Bernardo Silva, lad.
Although Trent did say in an interview, he's like, you know what, like it doesn't get the respect it deserves, but when the Etihad is bouncing, is when Liverpool play there, and like it's always a good. He said he didn't say it was a difficult atmosphere, but he said it's a good atmosphere.
Yeah,
I was like, really? But he's the player. I've got to take his word for it. Although I have been Liverpool City game sitting in the City end, very quiet.
And I wasn't. And
I didn't get kicked out. No, but it was a row of 7 of us. There was 7 of us.
Fine. I was on
we were like that, and I was like. And it was like, it does, innit? I mean, 7 Scousers. But now we lost, Darwin Núñez missed a lot of chances. I think it was in the Carabao Cup or something like that.
I actually went when we won.
Did you?
In the Champions League.
Oh, nice.
Remember that? Was it 4-3?
We won?
Yeah.
We lost?
We won, didn't we? And he chipped the goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah. Salah. Yeah.
Was that Champions League? I don't know. Anyway, we're done now.
Yeah, I think that was the Champions League one. Yeah. Anyway, that's all good.
Done. Hot Kopics for you. Poor performance from Liverpool against Plymouth. Well, we go again against Everton on Wednesday, which we're about to do the preview for right now. Thank you very much for coming, Joe.
No worries.
Been a fantastic guest as always. And we'll see you again soon.
See you soon.
Subscribe, like, all of that stuff, please.
Bye.